If y'all don't know, you won't know.
If you won't know, don't know, you won't know.
You inside the GGN with your host with the most, Finding Nemo, AKA Nemo Hoes, and I got a special guest with me today. One of my partners that go way back with me. I'm talking about to the beginning where I first started. Ladies and gentlemen, players and pimps, make some noise for my friend, your friend. Welcome, Charlie Murphy, to the show.
That's what's up.
What up, Mark? What's happening with you, baby?
Oh, the same thing as last time, man. You see my joint is almost gone.
Okay, I gotta get another one there.
Same as last time.
So what you been up to since the last time I seen you?
Oh, man, we been going hard with the comedy, man. You know that.
You been doing your stand-up?
We did a 10 country tour. Me and my man Freeze Love, who's also from LA.
Shout out to Freeze Love. That's one of my homeboys from back in the day.
You know, me and you and Freeze Love, man, on the same day.
Is that the same day we met?
We all met the same day, man. Me, you, I met you the same day. I met Warren G.
And Freeze Love?
Freeze Love the same day.
God damn.
That was on the Murder Was a Case video.
Now, how about that? Yeah, speaking of the Murder Was a Case video, that was my first movie, Charlie, so.
That was definitely an epic movie, too. If you ain't check it, you better check it.
Yeah, that's
all
my
the
first
OGs
movie.
already seen it and gave it the stamp of approval. It was original.
You did that. You was a cold motherfucker in there. You was a cold
yeah.
motherfucker. You was on my bumper in that motherfucker.
But that was the first of its kind.
It really was.
For a rapper to do a video of that proportion, that magnitude, first one to do it.
And you know you was my man, like I was
Snoop
like,
Dogg, baby.
I said, man, I gotta get Charlie Murphy to play the nigga that I get into it with. And Dre was like, can we get him? I'm like, shit, we should be able to get him. Reach out for him. And that nigga came to the set and he
Then they
was
checked
live.
my bank account and they said, hell yeah, we can get this nigga. This nigga's available, son. Call him up.
I wanted you though, my nigga. I wanted you bad, though. I was like, I want this nigga to play this part because he fit it. Because when I came up with the concept for the movie, I'm like, I need a villain that motherfuckers gonna believe. You know what I'm saying? That nigga can believe that me and this nigga really into it. You did that.
That shit backfires in comedy every now and then. That I was successful with characters like that. But sometimes you may bring that character to the stage. And if it's a comedy show, the audience, they don't know whether you're serious or not. And you could actually sometimes freeze them up, like scare the shit out of him, man.
Well, you know
he's really getting ready to shoot us.
One of my favorite roles that you played was motherfucking Gusto. Nigga,
that was one of my most fun roles to play. I loved it.
That's why I wanted you in Murder Was a Case, nigga. When I seen that,
I love that shit.
I'm like, I want Cuz in my shit. That shit right there, nigga. CB4.
Big up to Chris Rock on that one, man.
Nigga,
Good call, man. Good call. We need to do it again, man. We can do the same concept. Now you an old businessman. I get out of jail, I'm back on you. A la Cape Fear. Burr, 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 burr.
Yeah,
Me and you, Chris Rock.
Come on, Chris, holla, nigga. That shit was hard. That's epic, nigga. That's some of your best shit. Real shit, Chris. That's some of your best shit, nigga. CB4 is classic, nigga. That's an everybody DVD collection. I'm being 100 with you. Every real nigga house I go to,
they know.
They got
know what's
CB4
up, man.
in there, man.
That's right. They got CB4. They got Scarface. You think about that?
Off the top.
Right next to each other.
Oh, also, you was in Harlem Nights, nigga.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nigga.
Another one.
Nigga. You was in Harlem Nights, nigga. Yeah, I wasn't on the scene then, but nigga, you was in Harlem Nights, nigga. Believe that. How was that working with all those?
That was wild.
Nigga, Red Foxx, Richard Pryor.
That was the best part of the whole experience was Red Foxx, because Red Foxx was very approachable, and he was like everybody's grandfather type character. You know, he let you come in his trailer and tell you stories about, you know, back in the 30s and 40s.
So he was welcoming to everybody.
To everybody, man. And I had a lot of fun. I laughed. He took one of my, put it like this. I had a friend named Woody, and from the time Woody was maybe 11 till he was deep into his 20s, he had one black tooth right here. He never got it fixed. You know, you would think that you would get enough money to get that fixed. 10 years, 12 years in, your tooth was still black. He met Red Foxx, and Red Foxx did an hour's stand-up on his black tooth. And the very next day, Woody had that tooth fixed. See? That's the true story, man.
See?
Red Foxx rehabilitated that man's smile with a flurry of jokes. Think about the metaphor. He used jokes to fix the nigga's smile. Think about that, man.
I know that was some classic shit right there. God damn, you was on the set with some of the greatest motherfuckers of all time, man.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
I always wanted to ask Eddie, and I'm pretty sure you might know, what the fuck made him want to create a movie with all the baddest motherfuckers that he looked up to, and then the baddest motherfuckers that was up under him?
I think that's just a brain move to make, man. You know, it connects you with everybody, you know? And And I think anybody in position would want to do, or should want to do something like that.
When you have that power too, say I want to get him.
You're in that position, like, yo, man, I'm gonna pull the trigger on this one. Because, you know, think about it, has it happened again?
Never.
You know? So, yeah, that was a brilliant move, man.
Probably was the most brilliant move because it does so much for black comedy as far as our legends.
Absolutely.
It let us see our legends in a light to where that they could shine in a highlight, as opposed to, you know, some of their early work, no disrespect, but it wasn't done right because that's the times that it was in. But that movie put all of our legends in a great light.
In one move. You know what I'm saying? In one move. That was so fly about it.
I love it, my nigga. That shit was so cold-blooded, how he had everybody highlighted and all of the OGs that, you know, we grew up watching as kids was on screen with him.
Oh, yeah.
And he allowed them to shine. He didn't steal all the shine. He let them get down. Like, nigga, go on, get down. Nigga, I love you. I'm gonna be quick, nigga. Too quick.
It was the vehicle, man. That movie was a good movie, period. The story, you know, the story was good. Everybody that played a character in it, they executed their role excellent, you know, and the way it looked, which was, you know, plays a big role.
Did y'all know it was a hit when y'all was doing it, or did it take after the fact to watch the edit?
When that movie was being done, everybody was just having fun. It was like a big party. And every time I've been involved with something that turned out really good, it just happens. Nobody ever be feeling, oh wow, this is feeling like this is going. You just do something and you remember that. You look back on it. I was having a lot of fun when I was doing that shit, and it just turned out to be, you know, everybody else it transmits, you know.
And you know, moving with the clock, moving it up. Like you survived that era, then you went on to do your stand-up, and then you was a part of the biggest show to hit Comedy Central. The Chappelle Show.
Oh,
you was one of the main niggas on there. I'm talking about niggas.
I'm still one of the main niggas on there.
I'm talking about niggas used to just tune in. I'm talking about Sunday nights. Charlie, I gotta tell you this, nigga. I had a TV show.
That was my job, was to be the nigga.
Nigga, I had a TV show that came out on Sundays. I would not watch my show. I told them niggas, y'all hurry up and get this shit off so I can watch that. That's how real that motherfucker was.
That show was incredible, man.
Man, please.
Big up to Dave Chappelle, man.
And Young Neil, too. The young Neil was on here. Remember Neil?
Oh, yeah, I remember Neil, man.
Young Neil slid by here the other day by the shizzo.
He had milkshake with him?
Yeah. Y'all had me on there a couple of times.
I think Neil was trying to promote milkshakes because he had a deal with one kind of ice cream company or something. Every time you see him, he has a milkshake. Like, think about it, that was big in the 50s. Malts and all that type of shit.
You talking about the restaurant with
like Joni and
Chachi,
Chachi, they always had a shaking fry.
Yeah, with a bitch with the skates, with the shaking fries, and roll up to the side of your car and serve you and ride on.
Yeah.
Oh, he thought he was gonna bring that back?
That's his thing. I think he's trying to bring it back, man.
That shit ain't going nowhere fast, Neil. Hold on. Cut that bullshit out.
Bring shakes back, man.
What was your favorite part about the Chappelle Show?
Again, it was the environment. You had everybody in the show was a comedian, man, except me at the time. It was Donnell Rollins, who's a hilarious dude, my man Ashley Larry, and you've seen him probably do, he does a lot of straight stuff too, that he's brilliant in. But that's when I
Donnell, he came on the show.
Oh, yeah,
he got 1-800-SAVE-A bitch.
There you go. You know what I'm talking about.
I know that nigga.
You know what I'm talking about. That's when I met him, and me and him became friends. You know,
y'all chemistry was
Neil,
live on screen.
You know, I met Neil. Neil was cool. Dave, I knew him before he did the show. He was super cool. And it was like if the right group of people came together, they could come up with crazy ideas, and it becomes more in the conversation. You know?
Was it an open circle with y'all with writing the material?
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't like one man,
I don't think that was planned for it to be an open circle. That just happened.
It was so many bad motherfuckers that you had
go to work
accept.
and everybody's laughing, then they say, okay, break for lunch. The same people you was just laughing with is now at the table with food, continuing to laugh, you know, and shit gets said, and next thing, hey, wait a minute, that's really funny, let's turn that into, you know, it just clicked like that, man.
So it was more or less like y'all basically freestyled that shit.
Everybody was, man, it was like a bunch of dragons came in the room and just started burning everything, spitting fire, man.
Hello.
You know?
What do people always ask you about the Chappelle Show? What's the
They always ask me,
most?
you know, what it was like working with Dave, you know? And that's I'm gonna tell you in one word, it was fun, man, period.
Now check this.
Cool dude, man, you know what I'm saying?
Now this is my shit now. I was a personal friend of Rick James as well.
Oh yeah.
So that's my nigga. You understand me? So when you did what you did, nigga, Niggas don't know that that's really how that nigga is.
Exactly.
That
when you
was
seen Dave playing Rick, that had to bug you out. Dave should have got an Oscar.
He should have, because that nigga was Rick for real.
He nailed that as good as Jamie Foxx nailed Ray.
For real.
Okay? And he never, I don't think Dave met Rick until after it was shot. Dave was going strictly off the narrative of what I told him. And nailed it, son.
That nigga dressed the part. He played the part.
Oh man, he was him, man.
That nigga was him. And what I love about it was it put Rick back in the light again.
Oh, big time, man.
Where
big
it was
time.
like, you know, my nigga can eat again. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. We do a favor for a favor. When we do something to plug you up, it don't look like we talking about you, nigga. We put you back in the light because you was the baddest motherfucker to ever do it, Rick. You saved Motown,
Word up, word up.
See, that's
man.
what I wanted to say. Rick saved Motown when the Temptations, all that shit was over with. Well, nobody listened to Motown no more. It was disco. And Rick came in and did that Bustin' Out and Mary Jane and all that Super Freak. He kept them niggas alive.
He kept me alive too. I was in the Navy at them times.
For real?
Yeah, man. I remember his songs. You got me through a lot of hard, moments when you out on that boat. You know, you can't see no kind of women for months.
That music.
Keep seeing dudes for months. And you're not
like
supposed to be acting like you in jail, so you can't just beat them up. You have to be around these guys, smelling their feet for months. You have to go turn the Rick James record on to keep from killing somebody, you know?
Yeah, for real shit.
That's how that worked.
Now look, everybody on my show, they want you to give us an exclusive story. Not on Rick James, not on nothing that you did, but somebody else.
Exclusive story.
Yeah, give us one of them exclusives, because you know you got a whole bunch of them.
Okay. Exclusive story. The reason to stop getting high. How about that one?
A reason to stop
Back in
getting
the day,
high?
I'm talking about hard drugs like cocaine. You know,
Okay, yeah, that
we talk
other
about
shit.
cocaine is a hell of
The
a
line.
drug. You heard Rick James' story, right? And I'm gonna tell you my story, okay? One day, I was in my 20s, I believe. I got real high with some friends and went to the club and we hung out all night and we met some girls and then we got real high again. This is cocaine I'm talking about. Now that evening I had got paid, so I had an envelope with money in it. It had like $5 in cash and it had 27 cents, a quarter, and 2 pennies on a piece of tape, okay? At the end of this party that I went to, I remember I went in the room, it was like 10 girls in the room, and I was alone. So I became, maybe thinking I was Shaft, something like that.
A Dolomite?
Dolomite. One of those superheroes, man. I really went hard body. But the moral of the story is, the next morning when I woke up, I was butt naked in the closet with one sock on, and I had the envelope, and when I opened it up, it had a quarter with 2 pennies on a piece of tape. That's all I had left, man. And that's the story. I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Nigga, we're gonna animate that story. While you saying it, we're gonna be drawing that shit in a cartoon behind you, nigga.
That's when I stopped doing cocaine after that, and I realized that Rick was telling the truth when he said that cocaine is a hell of a drug. They have you waking up butt naked with one sock with a quarter and 2 pennies on a piece of tape. Think about that. You can hold it up and look at it and get disgusted. Look at it. This is all I have left.
So Charlie, what you like most? You like stand-up, writing, acting, or
all of it, man. It's all performing,
It's all the same?
It's all been challenging. It's all been a performance, and it's all been fun, man.
What's your dream role? If you had a chance to say, you know what, if Hollywood...
Of course, that would have to be a love scene with 4 women. They won't let me do that, man. My dream role, man, it'd be a porno flick, son. But they wouldn't call it porno. They wouldn't call it porno. It'd be like, you know what I'm saying?
But porno got condoms on now.
Yeah, that's whack, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not a fan no more.
To look at it, you know what I'm saying?
I cut my subscription off from blackbooty.com.
If you're gonna make a movie for me, I feel you should take a chance and make the movie good. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
It's a porno. You gotta risk it all.
Thank you.
Right, man.
It's the biggest risk of your
got
life.
legions of fans, okay?
You said they wouldn't call it porno. What would they call it?
What would they call it?
If it was, you said if you did like a dream role for
It would be a regular movie, like Denzel's movie. But instead of having Denzel has 1 woman, now I have 4 women.
And they all love each other and love you at the same time?
And nobody, that wouldn't be a big deal in the movie. It would be just normal. Like, I came to the crib, it'd just be, Olympus is rising. Olympus has risen again. Yeah.
Them niggas is a fool. Hey, Charlie, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is black, man. Look at my gums.
Black, black, black like that?
Black, black, black like that, you know?
What's the strangest thing a fan has ever asked you to do?
The strangest thing a fan's ever asked me to do, I would have to say that's come on. And this, you know, made it strange, but this was the Klansman. A man in the KKK came up to me and said, you know, Charlie, I usually hate niggers, but ever since that Dave Chappelle show came on, you and Dave Chappelle make me and Bubba love niggers every Wednesday night. And I'm never gonna forget.
Nigga said, you and Chappelle make me and Bubba love niggas every Wednesday night.
This happened, man, I'm not making it up. Every Wednesday night. Right, that really happened. Now we was getting a pass from a Klansman because of the Chappelle show.
Ain't this a bitch?
Okay?
Nigga, you had to feel like Richard Pryor busting loose when the motherfucking KKKs helped him.
Now I'm trying to get back to the point
up.
I was trying to make. That was what's the question you asked me?
I said, what was the strangest thing
that Klansman took it a step further. He gave me this, you know, the oblique love, and then he said, it would be an honor, Charlie Murphy, if you come home with me and make love to my wife. And his wife was standing right next to him. And then I was thinking, this kid is in the KKK, he wants me to come to his house in the woods, his trailer, have sex with his wife. I'm not gonna do it, that doesn't sound good. We was in Mississippi and everything. But I was with this other comedian who I'm not gonna name on camera, who did it. He left with them, came back with photos and everything.
And screwed his wife?
Yeah, man.
That's amazing how some.
Yeah, he just went to the woods with this man and his wife. Had sex with his wife. He had photos. I said, who took the photos?
That's the part I was just about to ask. Who was on the camera while I'm doing all the screwing?
The husband, son.
Dude, get him.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't take that deal. That guy was too big, he had a Grizzly Adams beard. He said, come on, Charlie. I want you to make love to my wife. The way he said, wife.
Hell no.
I imagined him with an axe and everything, so when he said that shit.
This is a real question. Have you and Eddie ever fought over a girl? And this could be from kids.
Fought over a girl. I'll say this though, man. It's been thievery.
Oh, y'all done stole from each other?
Oh, that happens. All three of us. You know.
For real?
It's not really us stealing, I don't think. That happened when we was much younger, of course. But it wasn't stealing, it was just the chicks just moved around. Like, they was having us, man.
Okay, the girls was moving around, fucking with all y'all. Okay.
It's been a couple of those.
So it would never know. Nigga, you took my bitch.
See, these are people we talk about now that's old and distinguished. I don't want to disrespect them. Some of them go to church now. They forgot what we did.
Together,
they forgot what we did, but I didn't.
Oh, shit.
Keep it real, baby. Keep it 100.
What about outfits? Like, you know, back in the days when shit was hot, when Eddie had to fly outfits, did you ever, like, take that nigga outfit?
Oh, man, you know what,
and he'd
man?
be like, nigga, take my shit off.
Yes, I had one of the most brutal experiences with outfits. When I first got out the Navy, I came out to LA, my brother was huge, right? So we hanging out. He had different type of, he had, you know, show business clothing. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to have it on. He was a showman. Everybody knew who he was. Mm-hmm. So he happened to own a glitter busboy jacket.
Oh, from the boys are back in town.
Yeah.
Them niggas.
A glitter busboy jacket. And we was going out to, I think it was Century 21 over there. That area was the club over there. He said, yo, man, you want to wear this jacket tonight? So the jacket was a green glitter busboy jacket. I'm trying to get I'm coming out the Navy, all I had was uniforms. Mm-hmm. I put the busboy jacket on, and I had my chains and all that. And then we went to the club, and I thought I was clean, and we walking through the club, and I hear everybody go, yeah, man, it's Eddie Murphy. Man. Oh, yeah, Eddie Murphy, it's Eddie Murphy. Hey, who's that behind the nigga? Oh, I said, bro, what that nigga do? I don't know, he looked like he's a magician.
didn't say that
This nigga
nigga
looked like a magician. I was like, yo, man, the jacket started burning. When that guy said that, I wanted to it felt like somebody just poured kerosene on that jacket and lit that shit up. Cause I had to chill with that on the rest of the night after hearing that commentary.
You couldn't even take it off and put it on your arm.
Nah, I didn't have no shirt on, man. I was Butch Lewis, son. You know, I was Butch Lewis, son.
You know Butch Lewis.
You never have Butch Lewis.
That nigga had that bow tie on with
I was
nothing
going
up
Butch
under this
Lewis that
shit.
night, son. I had no, I was, you know.
You was fresh out the Navy.
Fresh out the Navy, I didn't know. I just got caught out there, man.
And that's cold.
I made a lot of bad fashion, you know, moves back then. I remember I used to try to perm my hair, right? And I didn't know how to really do it. I didn't read the directions on the box. I just used to take it out and put it on and let it cook.
Until it started burning.
Every Saturday. You're not supposed to do it every Saturday.
That nigga shit was straight as a motherfucker.
You're not supposed to do it every Saturday. And I never used neutralizers. Think about that.
Oh, you didn't put that's the most important ingredient, nigga.
I would use shampoo, like
Oh, come on, my nigga.
Man, I burned all the back of my shit out. Oh,
I know
man,
that
I
nigga
went
shit
through
was
it with
straight
that,
as a
man.
motherfucker.
I went through it with that, man, yeah.
I did the Optimum. I used to put the Optimum in the homies' hair. I was good at that shit, like, you know, making niggas, nappy head niggas had that curl, that bounce.
I probably could have had it right too, but I just, you know, I was done with it. I just said, what's that, what is this right here? Is this stuff? Took it in the bathroom.
That nigga on the nigga on the box is what
What I used to make it stop burning me was I would put Crown Royal in my hair. Like after when the grease called
the Royal Crown.
Royal Crown grease.
In the burgundy with the silver
yeah,
top.
it's that thick shit. Yeah.
My grandpa used to have that shit.
When I would get out the shower, my shit would be sizzling from me. I was supposed to put neutralizer. I would put that shit in instead.
He's tightening this shit
keep
up.
the burn down.
That's a cold trick right there.
I mean, I thought I was a kid, man. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, all the pictures of me during that era have been destroyed.
What's the best?
By me personally.
What's the best party you ever been to? No matter
Best
what,
party?
Yeah, you know, it may have been in the 80s, 90s, 2000s.
It was definitely in the 80s, man. You know, the best party, wow. I think that would, you know, it may sound corny, but it was actually at my brother's house in Jersey, man, because this party had everybody all the people who was the beautiful people from the area, they all was in that house. Mm-hmm. And I remember the Jacksons was over there, and everybody, Michael Jordan, they all was at that was one of the most incredible parties I ever been to, you know?
Yeah, so, Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan.
All of them, yeah, Mike Tyson, everybody came through, man. And that was an incredible party. I don't think I've ever experienced being around that many, you know.
Man, that's a blessing right there.
Yeah, man, it was incredible. It was incredible. That party that's also a party with John Amos. It was so many beautiful women that John Amos walked into the pool like this.
James Evans?
James Evans, son. He just walked into the you know, it was because it was overload, sensory overload. It was too many of them.
And you say he walked in the pool? He walked
into the pool. He was looking at a chick. He had his plate in his hand.
Imagine seeing James Evans.
Yeah.
At a party.
Imagine seeing anybody.
Like, that's James Evans. James Evans. Oh, what the?
The nigga walks into the pool, man. And it was the deep end too, so he went all the way under. It was like bananas floating on the top of this nigga's underwater and shit.
My nigga James motherfucking Evans.
You know you can't really approach any woman after that happens. They see you walk into the pool. Like
so he had no action that night?
Not in that room. He had to go to another room and dry off. Make another entry. Like he just got there. He had to act like he just got there, go come in another room.
Florida?
All over again.
Now, baby girl, I'm gonna tell you.
He had to do it all over again, man.
I got this thing on the show called Finish This Sentence. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna start it, you finish it. I hate it when niggas
fart on the airplane, son. I really do, man. And it happens all the time. People, I notice when they say, yes, we're coming down, we want you to fasten your seatbelts, we're approaching so-and-so. Somebody always picks that moment, like, oh, we're gonna be down in a minute, so You won't be smelling it long. That's the attitude, man. You won't be smelling it long. And you never can figure out who did this shit. I be wishing that they could.
Everybody hold the same face.
Yeah.
Nigga on the plane.
They always do it at that precise moment, man. I actually started training myself to just hold my breath. As soon as they make that announcement, stop breathing through your mouth and through your nose, man. It's gonna go down, man.
Yeah, that's why.
Especially if old people sit next to you.
I buy one of them blankets and I spray that Febreze and baby powder on it and put my head up under that motherfucker around that time and just do just like this. That's it. That's all. So no more, no less.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Okay, finish this sentence. If I could work with anybody, I would work with.
Wow. If I could work with anybody?
Director,
I kind of work with
actress,
everybody though, man. If you think about it, that's a hard question for me.
You work with Ron Howard?
No, Ron Howard, I didn't work with him, you're right. But I wasn't gonna pick him anyway. I wasn't picking him, Ron Howard.
Motherfucking Opie cut in there.
If I could work with anybody, man, I would work with Snoop Dogg. Man. I would do a hit record rap with Snoop Dogg. I would be, on the bridge where, nobody could judge me for being a bad rapper or whatever. You could distort my voice, do it, just make it funny. Flip the script. Gusto could be on the joint.
Yeah, niggas love Gusto.
There you go. That's what I think that's the fit right there.
That really would fit. Who are your top 5 comedians, dead or alive?
Top 5?
Yeah.
Definitely Red, definitely Richard, definitely Eddie, and wow. Bernie Mac and Robin Harris, baby.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Robin Harris, for me, these are guys that, made me sit down and stuff like that. Think about the power of a joke. I've seen people tell jokes that was so funny that it triggered birth. Think about that. That you make a joke that's so funny that somebody's water busts, that's a hell of a joke.
Yeah, man, real shit. The baby on the inside want to come on out.
You made her water bust, okay? I've been to shows where the ambulance was waiting outside, okay? Think about that.
Wow.
When you go to the show, there's an ambulance waiting on the EMS team waiting because it's that many people in the room laughing. Somebody's having an anxiety attack or something. You know what I mean?
Man,
but
that's real heavy.
The comedian that's on stage has to also be
doing his thing.
Doing his thing, man.
Matching that energy.
The energy is crazy, man. I seen it go down, man. I seen it go down. I seen people giving, like I said, birth triggered. Now, I'm actually trying to achieve that. That's a goal for me in comedy, to hear I did that. Somebody say, you know what? I was at your show with my water bus when you said, I'm gonna love to hear that moment. I'm gonna feel like I achieved something in comedy,
You done it all though, Charlie. And you on stage right now doing your stand-up, right?
I'm loving it, man, loving it,
Where you going next? What part of the world you traveling in right now?
We in the U.S. right now. I'm actually going back to Salt Lake.
Utah?
A week from now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you would think that somebody who has a style like mine would have a hard time in Salt Lake, but they love it, man, because when I got there, my very first show, a woman said, hey, you can't talk like that around here. I was like, really? When I walked in here, it said comedy club above the door, not tabernacle. So fuck you, bitch. How about that?
You went hard on her like that?
I went hard body, and then all the other people who were, I'm not gonna get into what they was. They lived in Salt Lake, let's put it that way. They was with it, son, they was with it. They wanted me back. They wanted me back after that. Certain people, you got to tell them like that. You can't allow them to dictate to you who you're going to be at the moment. Especially if you're a stand-up. Forget that, man. You got to come and be yourself, and that's it.
Now they don't know nothing about the cartoon that you wrote for me, Tales of the Dog.
I'm gonna tell you something. I was talking about that cartoon the other day. Whenever I look at anything that's on, it makes me question what happened with that cartoon. because
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
It was real deal. What we put together was real. It was real. It was hard.
Can I tell you the truth? Because I ain't gonna lie to you. I love you like a motherfucker. Them punk motherfuckers from MTV said, we don't want Charlie to write. He's too hard. He's too edgy. I'm like, well, fuck that. That's what I want. And I said, this is my nigga. We created this together. He is the writer. I said, if he don't write, I'm not doing it. So they brought all kind of writers and this nigga and that nigga and that nigga. And I, no, to where it was like, you know what? If it ain't Charlie, I ain't doing it. So I walked away from it. So all we shot was the pilot.
And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I wish y'all could see what we put together, because
that motherfucker hard.
Whatever you look at right now that you think is good, it's right in there with all that shit.
Tales of the Dog.
And it was before. This was almost 8 years ago.
For real,
that it was
right?
hard body like that. We talking about the new stuff that's coming out right now. Okay, yeah.
That shit was live, man.
It could still be actually probably shopped
it can
around.
Be worse.
You probably could still shop it, man.
What was the white boy name that was with us?
Wow.
Fuck. Cause he was with it.
He was definitely.
Cause he was the one pushing this shit hard line.
That was the dude with the beard.
Yeah, and he talked real.
Right.
He like, these fuckers from MTV, they don't want fucking Charlie.
But see,
fuck them.
if you really think about it, that was when Adult Swim was real small.
It wasn't shit. It was only coming on at 11 o'clock.
Exactly. Now
11
it
to
wasn't
12.
what it is now. So
it sure was.
It was very
Damn.
smart. So the MTV thing, if you look at what they have on it, what they do program, they don't program as edgy as like as a Comedy Central, for instance. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. Comedy Central.
They don't go as hard as Comedy Central. You know.
MTV fell off to VH1.
Right. VH1 go harder than them.
They do.
You know, so you have they got real moderate with it, and
so I'm saying that to say
idea,
this, we need to fuck
be
with
revisited,
that.
man,
Yeah, I think so too.
Because
we control shit now. We don't have to go to nobody now. We can do it our motherfucking selves.
Yep, and put it right out there.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because it was definitely it was definitely something that still hasn't been. Nobody else picked up on that. I don't see nobody else bringing that POV.
It was the shit.
It was real too, and it was yeah.
It was righteous. It was righteous. It was real right. That time period was right.
Everything. The backstory was right. The backstory was.
That shit was hard.
Backstory was funny. The backstory was.
The salmon shit, boy. That motherfucker was cold. That was cold. I'm gonna have to let y'all see a sneak peek of that shit one time. I'm gonna let y'all see it one good time.
No doubt.
What else you working on? Like, any projects you got that you developing?
That I'm developing right now. I'm telling you, man. I've really been focusing on is because when I got a chance to visit 10 countries and get the love I got, it made me really. It inspired me to take whatever it is you're doing on stage, like graduate and take it to the next level. So I've been going hard body with that. I also been serving as the national chairperson for wounded vets. And going to visiting VA hospitals and showing some love to some of the vets. You know what I'm saying?
I did that in PA 2 times.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing
that all year. I might want to fuck with you again.
Yeah.
Put me in that. Let's do it together.
Yeah.
I'll roll up in there with you.
That's what's up, man.
No. Let's make that official right now.
Okay, no doubt, man.
I'll walk up in that motherfucker with you, Charlie. Real shit.
In fact, my next one I'm gonna do is gonna be in San Diego when I play San Diego. I think that's in April.
That ain't far.
Right. I get you the exact date for that.
I'll walk right up in that motherfucker with you and give him some love.
No doubt.
Some love.
Because we're gonna be doing that all year. That's my way of giving back. I'm also a vet, so it was easy decision to make.
I identify with that, yeah.
I can identify with being, like I said, separated from women for extended periods. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just him. You see him again, like I told you earlier, your fellow serviceman. You smell his breath. 60 days is the clip. It was rough.
Hard in the yard, going real hard in the yard, for real.
Yeah, but you make lifelong friends in the military, man. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that happened from that. Yeah. I was in there from it was 79 to 85. You know what I'm saying? The Navy. You was in the Navy too?
He said he was a baby.
Oh, he was a baby.
He used to like the song from the Village People, In the Navy.
I used to hate this song. When I came home, man. Whenever I would go to a comedy club, they would always start singing that song. Like, okay, and Charlie's back from the Navy. Start singing that song.
Well, For those at home watching, I'd like to thank my guest, Charlie Murphy, for stopping by and sharing some real game.
And I'd like to thank my big homie Snoop Dogg for having me on, man.
Man, always a pleasure.
Things
man.
like this keep a nigga hip, see? Anybody don't get to sit down next to Snoop Lane,
Come
man.
on, my nigga. You keeping it hot. You've been doing this shit for decades,
understand?
nigga. You still relevant, you still fresh, you
Yeah.
still look young and fly. And we inside the GGN. I'm your host with the most, Nemo Hoes. We want y'all to tune in next week. Until then, be on the lookout for Charlie coming to a stage near you and going to visit them vets at the VA hospital. You know
That's
how
what's
we
good.
do it. Shoot a shout out to all your folks at home watching this.
It's your boy Charlie Murphy, you know how we do it, right? Much love, peace.
Church, preach, tabernacle.